So, in this chapter, what we're doing here is we're looking at kind of starting the financial analysis process finally. And so we're going to look at, how do we make comparisons of the financial statements across companies? Um, you know it allows us to see how things like profitability, how that's affected by competition. We also can look at how um, the profitability levels can be assessed based on the ROA, the return on assets. um, the other thing we look at, which becomes important for certain kinds of firms, is we're going to look at leverage. How much are they borrowing? What kind of leverage exists, and then how can we assess a firm's decision to borrow money, um, and make a comparison to what the return is on the common equity. Now, not all borrowing is the same, as we'll learn in this chapter, and we need to take to differentiate between the short-term risk of borrowing money, which is that you run out of cash, so that there's a liquidity risk, but then there's also the long-term risk, which is solvency, right? Which is that you can't pay back your loans, and you probably either need to reorganize or declare bankruptcy. And then the final thing we do in this chapter is we get some introduction to how to assess credit risk. And we're going to do that through the cash flow statement. So this chapter then sort of represents our first um, entry point into actual financial analysis.